Hey guys, Kyle Wood with FLW here, and I'm standing with Richard Peak. How's it going, Richard?
It's good, man.
Right on. So Richard, you're here at the Forrest Cup. We're at Media Day right now, and this is actually your first cup from the front of the boat. You fished several as a co-angler.
Right.
What have those experiences been like from the back of the boat versus now having that pressure to actually get out, and really get dialed in on some fish?
You know, fishing out of the back of the boat, I really didn't have a say in what I was going to do every day. I had a little more stress on me because that night before planning, you didn't really know if you were going to be deep all day, if you're going to be shallow. You didn't really know, and there's a lot of that uncertainty in your mind. But now, being in the front of the boat, I really got, I feel like I've got something dialed in. I know what I'm going to do, and if that doesn't work, I know what else I'm going to do, try something different. So that uncertainty, I can put that out of my mind tonight. So that's going to be a little easier.
And did fishing the tour this year as a pro kind of help you get more comfortable with the few days of practice leading into an event that you may not have been to before, or on a body of water you've never been to before? Has that kind of helped build up to this point and make it a little easier for you?
I'm sure it has. Every time you're on the water, you learn new things and new experiences, and especially fishing this year against the best guys in the world. You really learn how to spend your days, how to spend your time, and delegate certain areas for what you want to do or what you think the fish will be doing, and all that culminates to hopefully 2 or 3 good days of fishing.
Well, speaking of 2 or 3 good days of fishing, how'd practice go for you?
It went better than a lot of the horror stories I heard from guys at pre-practice. So I'm not a big pre-practice guy. I didn't come up here. I did a lot of studying, a lot of internet stuff and videos, things like that. But as far as seeing the lake, 3 weeks ago, a lot of guys struggled. A lot of guys said it was really tough, and it was a good surprise for me when I got here, and it seemed like the bites were a little easier than people had talked about. So that part of it was good, and I think I can catch 10 or 12 pounds, in the morning pretty easy before the sun gets up. I say easy. I mean, anything can change out here, but to really do good, you're still going to have to get out and find some of those deeper fish, some of those herring fish. And that's what I struggle with personally, because I'm not a herring fishery kind of guy growing up in the grass and stuff back home. So that part of it's going to be a challenge, but I think I can catch a decent limit every day if the fish cooperate, and maybe have a shot at a big one later in the day and try and hold my own with some of these locals and guys that know what's going on with those herring fish.
And now the last question I want to ask you is something I've asked other guys in this interview. With the weather and practice this week, it's been cooler, it's been cloudy, but the forecast for the tournament seems to be the complete opposite. Now, are you worried you're going to have to make some last-second adjustments that you didn't really practice for and you really couldn't practice for because of the weather when the tournament starts?
That's just something we're going to have to see as it happens, see what's going to go on. The cloudy days really helped in a way because they let me know where the fish were. It really got them more active, so I could go down a bank or go down a stretch of grass that, if the sun had been out and bright, I might not have ever got a bite. I might not have spent, 10 or 15 minutes there. But when it was cloudy, I was getting more bites. It clued me in to know that the fish were there.
Right.
So now when it does get tough, if the sun comes out, they're still not cooperating, at least I know they're in the area or in certain pockets or creeks, and I can go in there and really pick those apart. So I think that part of it will help. But, as far as it staying sunny all day, we'll just have to see what the fish want. If they need to do something different. This afternoon we had a good bit of sun, so I got out and played around a little bit and got a couple bites later. So I'll be prepared. So if they'll cooperate, I'm ready for them.
Well, there you have it, guys. Richard Peak hanging out here, Forrest Cup, fishing from the front of the boat this year.